That's what you mean to tell me? Like, I'm not. So the whole world is basically bashing me right now because I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have 4 kids. You knew the situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child. So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together. My kids have to go through a transition of our breakup as well. Like, yeah, me and you broke up, but my kids got to feel it too. So now my kids have to see only one of their siblings get McDonald's and not the rest of them. And they know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them. But now you don't want to do that for them anymore. Like, to me, that's petty. That's petty. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're not finna give one child McDonald's and not all the other kids McDonald's. Like, I'm not going. And then on top of that, you mean to tell me you can dib and dab and want to do it sometimes, but yet you can't feed all my other kids McDonald's, though? That's what you mean to tell me? Like, I'm not going for that. I'm going to stand on what I said, and I don't care what everybody else have to say about it. Y'all could judge me. Oh, well, I could be the villain, but I said what I said. Like, if you can't bring everybody McDonald's, then can't nobody have McDonald's then. Period. So the whole world is basically back.
So she looks just like I imagined her to look, with a bunch of hair on her head that is not hers, wings for eyelashes, and a bunch of makeup on her face, changing the way she looks. Even with the makeup, she's at average. So you could imagine what she looks like without the makeup. But with that said, as Kevin Samuels said when he was alive, females like this have this thing in them that he said is the need to be right, where even when they know that they're wrong, if they were looking from the outside in, they would have, and it was someone else, they would say that is, this person is wrong. But it's because it's them, they're not gonna admit fault. They're gonna double down on whatever thing that they're doing or saying that is wrong, out of pride, out of the need to be right.
Bashing me right now because I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have 4 kids. You knew the situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child. So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him. He was.
I think that most females in the ghetto, in the black community, get pregnant and use those kids as a job where it provides them income. Rather than going out and get a job, getting an education to provide for themselves, they have no problem laying down and having kids so that they don't have to work. Rather than developing skills and contribute to society, all they do is lay down and have kids so that society could provide for them. And then they act as if they are independent. They prefer to have kids so that they don't have to work. And as soon as they think that the kids, like the father is not able to provide for them, they go out and find another victim to make up for the lack of funds. And that's why you see females out here with 10 kids at the age of 25. 26, because they're using all those kids for their income and they're not thinking about the kids. So let's take a look at this. She has 4 kids. Three kids who are not his and one that is his. And she expect, because he only have one kid, even though he only have one kid with her, he's supposed to provide for all her kids. Just imagine this: if all 4 of her baby daddies provide for all 4 of her kids, she doesn't have to work. If each of her baby daddy buys, so if he buys clothes, he has to buy clothes for all kids based on her logic, because her logic is if you can't do for all of them, you don't do for any. So let's say they don't even buy the same thing. Let's say she tell them to buy this for the kid and she provide this for the other one, which we all know that that's not the case, because she's not working. She's dependent on the government because she has food stamp card, and she, in the previous video, she didn't mention anything about working or a job. She didn't mention anything like that. So let's say this one that she put on blast only, didn't only buy food for his kid, but he bought food for the other kids. So that means that she has one dad who provides food. Then she would have one to provide clothing, one to provide shelter. The other one would be for leisure, where he provides stuff for them to go out and have fun. People say that child support is for your child. You're supposed to support your child. How would any of those fathers be supporting their child when all of them is supporting the other kids plus her? Because again, she's not working. And if each of them provide for the family as a whole, she doesn't need to work, and she's not working because she didn't mention anything about work. And if she was working, then she wouldn't be so upset at the guy that she's trying to put on blast for only bringing McDonald's for him, because then if she was working and has money for herself, then she would have been able to go out and buy food for the other 3 kids and they wouldn't feel left out. But because she can't do that for herself, because she gets pregnant in the hopes that the baby father will provide for her and her kids. They don't have kids because they want to have kids. They have kids because they want money, and that's the only way they know to get money. So when the guy is not giving them money, even if the guy is spending time with his kids or their kids, if they're not giving if they're not giving the girlfriend money, then he's a bad dad. He's a bad parent, because he's not giving you money so that you could go and do whatever you want with the money. You can't go and waste his hard-earned money. So no, he's a bad parent. No, you keep the child away from him. And she's on here making it seem as if she cares about her kids and what they eat. But if you care about your kids and what they consume, you'd have self-sacrificed, where you wouldn't buy that $300 lace front wig. You wouldn't buy that expensive makeup to put on your face. You wouldn't go to the nail salon and pay $60 to $70 for nails every 2 weeks.
Buying the McDonald's when we were together, my kids have to go through a transition of, our breakup as well. Like, yeah, me and you broke up, but my kids gotta feel it too. So now my kids have to see only one of their siblings get McDonald's and not the rest of them. And they
She's saying that her kids have to go through or experience a breakup when when a relationship ends, when the relationship ends. If you know that, why do you have three kids? And going off of stereotypes and statistics, chances are you have three baby daddies, four baby daddies. Choose, if you know that it's gonna affect your kids, choose better, choose wisely. If you are so worried about your kids so that it doesn't negatively affect them, why not make sure the guy commits to you before before you reproduce with him, if you know it wasn't going to negatively affect your kids? Please subscribe, like, and share, and comment. Let me know if you agree or disagree with anything that I said.
know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them. But now you don't want to do that for them anymore. Like, to me, that's petty. That's petty. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're not finna give one child McDonald's and not all the other kids McDonald's. Like, I'm not